There are three things that I think are rather special and what I appreciate about OTT. First, it is intellectually honest. It is not afraid to ask questions about what matters, and it's not even afraid to ask questions about itself. It encourages us through things like the unpopular opinion session or the screw-up nights to question the things we care about the most, that we cherish. And I think in that sense, that intellectual skepticism makes our thinking sharper, makes us be more humble and not take ourselves too seriously. The second thing I appreciate is the diversity. There's huge diversity of people here, obviously across countries, but also types of issues, political perspectives, ideological leanings, age. And that diversity, I think, makes it refreshing and allows us to learn different things, new things, see across our blind spots and make new connections. So it's a really energetic, wonderful space to meet people, to challenge your own thinking and to get inspired going forward.
This is my third OTT conference, and what motivates me to come and keep coming is that this is a very enriching space where think tanks from around the world can come and discuss our common issues, our common problems, our common solutions, and learn from each other.
And what I've enjoyed about this conference is like meeting peers who are thinking about the work of a think tank in the same way I'm thinking about it. My background is in advertising, and we find the problems that we're trying to solve in this sector, especially in terms of communication, are a bit different from my other friends in advertising who are solving things in the private sector. And so it's good to meet people who are thinking about how to do think tank communications in a different way and to create impact through the work that they're doing.
I feel very grateful for the opportunity to attend the OTT conference. What impressed me most was the open and highly interactive atmosphere of the OTT conference, which is very different from many conferences in China. And I feel also very honored to introduce Chinese think tanks to the think tankers all around the world.
One of the ways in which this conference has contributed to my way of thinking is that this morning we had a session run on the building relationships and credibility with donors. And this was really interesting, and it was led by someone from UC Berkeley. And she gave us a small insight into how much money was thrown around between think tanks and governments and high net worth individuals, which was incredibly fascinating to hear all about.
For me, the OTT conference is a gathering of think tank leaders and funders in which we can have actually practical conversations. It's not actually just the speeches. It's a living space where we can share ideas, share our experiences, learn from each other, but also build stronger relationships in order to make our work harder, stronger, and more valuable.
It's been an amazing, fantastic experience. I feel there's been a lot more of informational value. I've taken in a lot during the sessions, the plenaries, the breakout sessions. So first thing is a lot of information, a lot of new insights from the rich conversations within the think tanks, whole new, or say improved mindsets and knowledge to the work that think tanks do. As well as my first time at the OTT conference, definitely not my last. But yeah, I think a lot of shaping mindset shifts towards what think tanks do and how we influence.
The challenge that resonated most with me during the conference is that I realized that across regions, across different countries and continents, the main challenge for think tanks is funding. And even during the sessions that are not related to funding, we still discuss it as the main challenge. And it was also a good opportunity to gain more insights from different countries and different think tanks on how they try to navigate through that challenges and diversify their funding.
I'm very happy to be here at the OTT conference because for me it provides an opportunity to get engaged personally, in-person conversations, not online, not through documents, but in-person conversations with leaders from many other think tanks sometimes on issues which are in the agenda of both.
And this year, I'm very happy to see more African think tanks at the conference, and having organized a regional think tank session with the regional think tanks in Africa, including ASSET, AU, Nkafu Policy Institute, Afrobarometer, and we also had African Policy Research Institute. So we are getting more representation of African think tanks in the global scene, so that we have the African agenda also in the global agenda as we set this agenda on evidence-informed policymaking.
I think our responsibility is not to just stick with what we're doing now, funding individual think tanks and then basically letting them do all the rest of the work, but I think we are also responsible for ensuring cross-sectoral, cross-regional cooperation among those grantees that we have.
So OTT's event was an opportunity to hear a whole range of think tanks from all over the world, south, north, east and west, and sort of get a feel for what are the issues within the sector, what is the sector trying to grapple with, what is it thinking about, is it looking to the past, is it looking to the future.
Bringing the OTT conference to life was a very meaningful experience. We start with the name Think Tanks and Trust and translate it into something real. A program that feels coherent, sessions that can be open conversations, and a space where almost 200 participants from all around the world could really connect. I just want to say that this wouldn't be possible without the work with a whole team. So the OTT team, the PCNS team, all the people behind the scenes made this possible.
I'm very excited about the future of the OTT conference and the On Think Tanks community. At this conference, we've seen the launch of a new network, the Women in Think Tanks Network, and also we've been approached by many participants asking us for new communities of practice to focus on state capture, on financing, organizational culture, and many other topics. At OTT, we want to be the hosts of these conversations, and we are very happy to offer our platform and our spaces for think tanks and think tank funders to build them, to nurture them, and to see the results they provide to the whole sector. The conference is just one of our annual events, but there is much more at OTT. We've just launched a membership program that allows participants of the conference and members of the community to engage with us and experts in the OTT community through email, through newsletters, through webinars, and through conversation to go deeper into the issues that matter to all of you.